Broke up with my boyfriend of 7 years after he asked me if I'd be willing to raise a hypothetical affair child of his.
Okay, welcome back to the Mismatch Misfits. I'm gonna start from that. Alright,
Well,
welcome.
now I gotta find the story.
Wow, David.
They're, they, now they're gonna be like, wait, hold on, go
Like,
back, what the fuck happened?
exactly, right? But that's a good attention grabber from the very
Yeah,
beginning.
I read it off a YouTube video, so now I gotta,
Now you gotta find it.
now I gotta find it.
Alright, welcome back to the Mismatch Misfits. Let me put this music down a little bit. It is a little loud. Yeah, today it's just three of us today. I believe Adrian passed out. We were tired. We did sports today. Pretty sure he got tired. I'm gonna say that. Today I am joined by the two Sams, Sam and Sam P. Sam, Big Sam, and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Big Sam.
Big Sam.
I really don't
Hi.
have enough. I don't have enough energy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, Sam, but
Nah. You are tired.
I'm dead tired, bro. My back hurts. My feet fucking hurts. My knees,
Dude,
my ass, my spine, bro. I'm old.
I took one sip. Lemon. Sí, vamos acá, pues.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, Sam.
No, it's
Okay.
cool. I'm looking for the story. Go ahead.
No, like today, like it's just the soccer. It's the soccer walk game that we had today that really won us out. I told you we're old. We're out of shape. That shit does not sit well with us.
I think I found it.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, sir?
Yes, y'all are out of shape. I'm not built for soccer. I'm built for goalie. Short bursts, 5 or 10 yards.
I mean, I'm not tired. I could have still kept on running, but everybody else.
Hey, you could have kept them going. I would have forced myself to play. But if we were on the back and we were on the mat and we were rolling, you give me a good 2
I
hours.
told
with
you,
3-minute matches,
we're
I'll
not
definitely
gonna
be
we're not gonna be rolling.
just choking people out, you know, and
I
tossing
found
people
the
over the shoulder.
story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you,
Lit,
Sappy.
and it has an update.
Thank you, Sappy.
It has
Alright.
3.
I'm just saying, like, do you see his hands?
Your hands are bigger than my face.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, they're good around next too. Yeah. So
yeah,
Sam,
so Sappy, you introduce yourself before we keep going and start talking more shit.
I'm Campy. I'm a girl
I hate my girl.
sometimes.
Okay.
I
Sometimes.
got lemonade.
We'll go with that sometimes.
no. What do you mean by that?
No, we're not gonna deliberate on. We're not gonna break it down. We're not gonna break it down.
I'm curious.
Not-
I'm very curious. What
You know what? We're gonna break that down at another time. Okay. Okay. We'll have full conversation about this because I know you two can keep going. We'll have another conversation later about
Bro,
this. Okay.
It's gonna be stuck in his head for like all night.
Or you can tell him after this.
Or right now.
No.
Huh?
No. Am I the asshole for not letting you know what Zappy meant?
Right now?
Asshole
Yes.
for not letting my friend know what my other friend meant.
Yeah, exactly. So today we're gonna be talking about Am I the Asshole stories off Reddit because they're very popular, and honestly, if you like drama, if you enjoy drama, these are it. These are the stories.
So juicy. I love listening to these every day. Like, no lie, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I have like 5 YouTubers that I subscribe to just to listen to these stories every day.
I know of one podcast.
The minute
That's all I
wake
know.
up, I have like 3 podcasts, and they're super good about like doing like the latest ones.
Yeah.
I think the best ones are what are the names? I'm blanking on their names right now, but if you guys are looking for some really good like Am I the Asshole podcast, one is gonna be Two Hot Takes. That one's a really good podcast to check out. They
Mm-hmm.
tend to do more of like the entitled parents and like relationship type deals.
Yeah.
But she normally has a lot of guests that have really high credentials, like therapists, and things like that,
Hmm.
to come and like discuss like these issues, like at their deeper root. And if you're looking for like more of a comical type deal, I would go with these two guys are funny. They actually I found him on TikTok. It's called OKOP,
Mhm.
and their stories are just they just find the most ridiculous stories and they just make it like comedic.
Hmm.
So those are some really good podcasts if y'all want to check them out. They have anywhere you can listen to podcasts. They also have TikToks, so you
TikTok's
can
ones
just
will
check
usually
out.
be entertaining.
They also have their own YouTube channel as well.
Okay. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Um, so this is gonna be fun. We're gonna be splitting a lot of information from people that divulge to see. They're anonymous. We're not because they have usernames. Okay, Sam. So they know how to be private.
I don't. I'm just tripping over the fact that Sampy said that she wakes up and that's the first thing she does
You know,
in the morning.
These stories, yeah.
Sappy
Yeah,
lives for the drama. Like that is her
that's
shit.
that's and
Morning get ready routine is listening to the drama, and then at work I listen to my audiobooks.
So she stays informed.
I just finished a whole series on Empress Wu. So
Emperor Su.
Wu.
Oh, Wu.
woo
Oh, okay.
as the tang. You
Yeah.
you never disrespect the woo.
No, you don't. You don't disrespect the
Never.
Wu.
I also
From straight from the Shaolin.
listened to scary stories to tell in the dark because you know how last week was Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was reliving those stories.
It's always spooky season.
It's always spooky season in my heart, y'all.
Exactly. All right. So, I'm gonna start with one. Um, and so this is all from the Reddit. Am I the asshole? r/Am I the asshole? So, the one I have right is titled "Am I the asshole for refusing to give my exes updates on our son after his surgery?" That's
Yes.
okay. Off the title, that's already like it sounds bad, but like how my notification went out, everything needs context, and we're here to look at the context. So it starts: I, 25 female, and my ex, 28 male, have a 2-year-old son together. Our son was born with a birth defect that required surgery. That required surgery last year, which resulted in a week at the hospital to recover and a month of recovery at home. While at the hospital, I will get constant calls and texts 24/7 from my ex asking for updates, which is a normal thing to ask. However, every time when I would tell him his response always led to yelling at me for not telling him sooner, even if whatever it was had just happened. His thought was that the second I heard a slight change, I should be immediately calling him. I never waited longer than a full day to update him. However, the calls and texts from him were becoming extremely exhausting. Not to mention, I was extremely depressed and overwhelmed during this time. What frustrated me the most was that he never made a single attempt to come up to the hospital or even see him after. That's paragraph 1. It continues. It's been a year since then, and due to the damage from the birth defect, our son needs another surgery with the same recovery time. Not once did my ex ever go to any doctor's appointments, testing, etc., but would consistently berate me if I did not call him immediately to tell him every detail. So yesterday, I went to pick up my son at his grandmom's, ex's mom's house, And when seeing my ex, I reminded him of our son's surgery coming up soon. His first response was that I better make sure to constantly call him, and I stopped him mid-sentence and told him no. He looked confused, so I explained if he wanted to know what was going on, he could go to the hospital and ask the doctors himself. He got angry and started yelling, but I just took my son and went home. Now I've gotten a ton of messages from him saying that I'm the asshole and denying him access to his child. But I'm tired of being the messenger. Am I the asshole? Edit.
No.
Hold on. Edit. I should also add that I'm a full-time single mom. We never married and have no custody arrangement. I have him 7 days a week, 24/7, along with working 2 jobs and going to college online. Just taking 2 weeks off of work for both jobs is already a huge financial stress that I can't afford to make. But I have no choice. I also received no financial help from him whatsoever. That is the end of the story. So?
No.
Not the asshole.
I'll take back what I said. No.
Not the asshole. That's why I kind of didn't comment on it. I think I had heard this story before, like a long time ago.
See, but you're cheating though. Like you already.
I know most of these stories because.
That's what Sam says. Like you already know these clickbait titles.
See, here the thing is, I don't remember half of them. Like it's like a back memory. But I like listening to it. It's either similar to another story I've heard, or I did hear this one. But also being a person who was in that situation. That no, it's not the asshole. That's also why I didn't really respond to the title whether I thought they were an asshole or not, because I was just like, it could go either way. Because I've heard ones like this that they are the asshole. Like the dad's trying to make every effort, and they're like, nah.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing though. Like, no, she's not an asshole, but he's an asshole for constantly berating her and telling her, "You have to let me know on the spot."
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you could have gone up there and checked if you have.
Yeah, you could be there at the hospital with her.
Yeah.
Not only is he an asshole, but he's also a narcissist, and that's what narcissists do. They make the problem your problem when they should really take accountability and responsibility for themselves. Actually.
Exactly.
So, yeah, fuck that guy. And I'm a man that can admit who's wrong. She's not an asshole.
No. I like
She's just trapped in a very toxic, narcissistic relationship.
Well, it's not even a relationship because they're broken
Even
up.
in a relationship,
They're not together.
Well, once you,
well, technically, once you partner a child with that person,
Yeah.
Right.
you have a form of relationship with them. It's just how deep is that relationship? Because
exactly
with my son's donor,
Yeah.
technically, yes, we have a relationship, but he got canceled in modern day legal from that relationship when he decided to be the shithead that he is.
Oh, okay. I mean,
and I think from my standpoint, if he's not willing to make that effort, she really should just cut contact with him, set up an arrangement where he can't see him anymore.
But see, that's another interesting thing, right? Because once you're in that cycle, it's hard to get out, right? Unless you actually have help, unless you're ready to get out, right? Because
yeah, and I think
it's a
that's
dangerous
right
game.
now. I think right now she's at that point where she's like, I'm done.
Yeah,
with him.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for you, lady. If you're
Like
seeing
she's like,
this-
I just
For you,
I just
lady.
want to worry about my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually how it all should be. Like, yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
you're supposed to you're supposed to have a proper relationship with the parent of the child, but if once
Some other
once
parents are shitheads.
yeah, if one's a
Yeah.
narcissist and one's like putting all this pressure on you, yeah, fuck 'em. Whatever. But all right, Sampi, do you have one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, well you gotta say the one that we started with.
Oh yeah, let's do that one first.
I was like, wait.
So I put on her glasses.
I'm blind, all right. Give me a sec. It's because they're dirty. I'm
Bueller.
blind, yo. I'm
Bueller.
blind.
Mueller.
Bueller. I'm
I
sorry.
am legally blind, y'all. Okay, like I can't see 5 feet in front of me. Not even 2. Okay. So, to go off of the story we first started with,
Mhm.
am I the asshole? For I'm no. Well, it starts off. I'm breaking up with my boyfriend of 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I, 25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 27 male, for 7 years, and I'm about to end it because of a stupid question he asked me.
Mhm.
Mm.
2 days ago, we were chilling at his place, and out of nowhere, he asked me if I could raise someone else's child. I was confused since I'm child free, and so is he. So I said that he knows I don't want kids of my own. He clarified that he means that that if I'd ever raise and accept a kid, that my partner would have in an affair. Honestly, I was speechless. I don't even know what I was feeling at the moment. Anger, confusion. I think I stayed in silence for a few minutes before he tried to justify and say it's a hypothetical child situation. It's not who's at fault in this situation.
It's too
Uh,
specific to be hypothetical like that.
yeah,
Anyway,
at
continue.
at that point, I was starting to get angry and asked if he was trying to tell me something. He got mad at me and asked how I could even assume he'd do something like this, and said that it was just an innocent question. I started to feel like throwing up, so I just left his place. I haven't left my place since then. He has tried to reach out, and I assume has told our mutual friends about what has happened, because some of them too have been reaching out to me telling me to hear him out. I haven't replied to anyone. I just feel so drained and mad. He went from again trying to say that the child is innocent to saying he's sorry for telling me I'm overreacting and so on. I don't think I've calmed yet entirely. Maybe I will regret this when I get back to my senses, but I've decided to break up with him. I don't think I can ever fully trust him after this, even if this question was indeed innocent. He knows my family history with cheating. He knows I lost my grandpa because he made some bad decisions after he cheated on his wife. He knows my grandma has been abused her entire life by a cheating man. He knows all of this, so I don't understand why he think it was okay to even ask me this. Even if I'm overreacting, this question planted some ugly thoughts into my mind and I can't get rid of them. I'm going to throw down the drain a 7 year old relationship, pretty much a perfect relationship, because of a stupid question. Edit. I replied the update in the comments, but it's not showing, so some people keep asking for an Instagram. Um, she's just going on about how she's trying to like post an update about whether what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but that's currently the story of that one. So he asked her a hypothetical question.
But it's too okay.
Hypothetical.
Like I said, that's too specific of a hypothetical
But
for you.
here's the other thing. He's trying to justify it and then saying sorry for he didn't say sorry for asking the question, but sorry for telling her
For
and
bringing
saying
up the
she's
question.
overreacting and saying that the child is innocent.
Or at least that's how she worded it.
No,
That's
she's saying that's how he worded it.
that's true.
But that's still one side of the story. Um,
And that her all their mutual friends are also saying give him a chance to explain.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the
So
thing too. They're saying hear him out.
see, yeah, see, that's another weird thing is why are your friends saying let him explain rather than being like, dude, it was just a question. Why are you overreacting?
Yeah. See, one thing is I can
But then
understand
again,
if I understand
knowing her
overreaction.
history, yeah, knowing her history, that's a very touchy question.
Yeah, that's a
but mm, but do you at what point do you let your insecurities rule over you and
And
not
so
take accountability over that?
that's why she's asking, am I the asshole for breaking up this nearly perfect relationship we've had for 7 years over a stupid question?
Yes, because you can definitely swallow your pride. 7 years, you can't talk. You
yeah.
can't sit down and talk to each other. find common ground between each other.
Yeah,
You're like, no,
after
that
7 years.
question hurt my feelings. I don't like that. You know what? I'm out the door. The fuck type of bullshit is that? Nah, yeah,
over
you're an
over
asshole.
over a question. Well, let's say it was just a question, right? Over a question, yeah, it's bad to just be like, okay, you know what, you asked it, I'm done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very heavy overreaction. But it is also implied that he, that it was too specific to be just a hypothetical. Everybody keeps saying like, hear him out, hear him out. I can understand, right? So what? You were still you were still an asshole. You were not the asshole.
So you think she's a justified asshole?
Yes.
No,
With some justification, yes.
no, no,
Don't give me that.
Are y'all ready for
no,
the?
no, no. I'm
Are
a
y'all ready for the first update?
yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, go for it.
I'm the update. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do this, so I'll leave the update here. Some of you said my reaction was over the top and I should listen to him first. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
I admitted I might have jumped too fast to that conclusion. I should probably work on that. I decided to meet and talk. We did, and at first he denied that he ever did anything. He just thought randomly of the question, but in the end, he admitted that he did cheat on me. He swore that it was just a mistake and it only happened once. But the woman he cheated on got pregnant and didn't want to get an abortion. He said that he didn't want to lose me because of a mistake and that he loves me more than anything, but confessed that he too wishes to raise that child and was hoping he could do it with me because being in a relationship with me feels so natural and comfortable to him. He can't imagine raising this child with someone else. He confessed to his friends and they told him he should try to warm me up to the idea. Since he knew the biggest reason why I was child free was my fear of being pregnant, he figured I might agree if someone else was delivering the baby. As someone who didn't want children, no, this is not the case at all. He told me that he was always hoping I'd change my mind and that while he still regrets that what he did that we should view it as an opportunity. At that point, I was close to losing it. I almost started screaming at him. I knew I should probably work on that too. I asked him why he thought I'd agree with this when he knows about what happened with my grandpa and my grandma because of their cheating spouses. He said that this is completely different. After that, honestly, I couldn't listen to him anymore. So once again, I just left. I blocked him on all of our supposedly mutual friends who kept defending him. So I blocked them too. I'm devastated that our relationship is ending like this, but he did the one thing he knew would hurt me, and I can't see myself forgiving him or accepting this child. Even if he's right and the child is innocent. Maybe some of you were right when you said he dodged a bullet because I would be a terrible stepmom. So that's the first update.
Again, she's not. She's still a justified asshole.
No,
No,
No.
she's not an asshole. He cheated on her.
Yes.
those people are fucked up.
Yeah. Like I said, like, it's just a justified asshole. She's
He
not.
cheated on her. All the friends knew he
Yeah.
cheated on her.
Wow.
Like,
The reason why she's a justified asshole is because one, like, it was an immediate overreaction, and she's blaming past traumas that weren't even hers. That was, family related.
no,
I understand, like, oh, you don't want to see that, you don't want to hear that. Understandable, right? But she's justified to her response because she never liked it. She clearly already, but what she said now, she had already told him, like, yeah, I don't want any of this. I don't want children. I don't want this. So don't bring this up to me. So she's justified to her saying, it's done. We're done.
So, the second update. Some people asked for an update, so I guess here it is. First of all, thank you to everyone who sent me their supportive words. It really meant a lot and helped me. Like I said in my original post, I broke up with him. After I blocked him and his friends, he tried reaching out to my friends. He also came by my place 3 times and tried to get me to listen to him. I didn't open the door and just ignored him. After the third time, my best friend and her boyfriend asked if I'd like to live with them for a while, so maybe he'll stop bothering me. It worked! I also told my parents what happened. They were heartbroken since our family had been friends since before both of us were born, and they considered him part of our family. So this goes even deeper. These people were friends for years
Yeah, they've been
before
knowing
they
each other for
started
years.
dating. They're family friends. He's like, so he knew firsthand what was going on with her grandparents.
Yeah.
But the support and understand my decision. They also talked to his parents, found out that he lied to them and told them that I wanted to break up from our relationship because I'm losing feelings for him and I want to explore my sexuality. I'm openly bisexual, but that's not true. I never even once told him I'd like anyone else. My parents told them the truth. They reached out and apologized for what he did and told me that they will support me as well. Also, one of the friends that suggested he warms me up to the idea, messaged a friend of mine basically saying he knew he fucked up and that he's terribly sorry for suggesting that in the first place and being a bad friend to me. I told my friend, just ignore him. I guess it's nice that he acknowledged his mistake, but I don't feel like dealing with any of them anytime soon. Honestly, I'm trying to tell myself he's not worth it, but it still hurts and feels awful. I thought we were both happy together and I was enough, but I guess not. So, about that, I'm slowly getting better. I have a lot of wonderful, supportive people around me to help. I'll stay away from relationships for a while and just focus on myself. I will also try therapy like some of you kindly and not so kindly suggested. Thank you again to kind strangers who are being supportive. I haven't replied to anyone, but I've read them. Thank you for listening to me and apologizing if there's any mistakes, as English is not my first language.
Oh.
So, the most recent update
Yes.
is from October 27th. So, this is like a week ago. Hello again. Some people have asked a few more updates. I'll also answer some frequently asked questions. First of all, some people suggested I get an STD test. I'm clean, thankfully. Second, I saw some people being mean to my ex's AP. If you don't know what AP means, it's affair partner. But I'd like to ask you all not to think badly of her. She reached out to me because she wanted to apologize and tell me her side of the story. I agreed to meet her. She told me what happened. Basically, she and my ex met a few months ago in a club. He was there having a bachelor party thrown for one of his friends. They met there, started talking. He told her he was single. They hooked up, remained in contact, and occasionally hooked up.
Okay.
She showed me proof, their texts, and how he'd been lying to her about being single and not wanting a serious relationship. She enjoyed the thing they had going on and didn't want a relationship either, so they remained fuck buddies, I guess. They met around 7 months ago, and around a month ago, she found out she was pregnant. She told him she wanted to keep it, that he doesn't want to be in the kid's life. She was okay with that, but she's keeping it. He insisted on being on the kid's life, but came clean about being in a relationship with me. From then on, she told him that he needs to tell me the truth, or she will tell me herself. So that's the backstory. She was really sweet, apologetic. I really wish her and the baby nothing but the best. Hopefully the baby will take after the mother only. Now, on to the questions. We were not married after 7... Why were we not married after 7 years of dating? I already mentioned in the comments I do not want to get married. I don't see the point in it, to be honest. I talked to him about this. He told me it was fine. He didn't want... he didn't see the point either. 2, why didn't we live together? We live in 2 separate places. Basically, my place is really close to my job, the job that requires me to sometimes go out of nowhere, but pays really well. He's currently studying, I'm not sure what it's called in English, but he's doing the studies you do after you get your master's degree, so I guess like an internship.
Doctorate.
And that basically they were both doing their own thing and just didn't want to move in together after 7 years.
I mean, that's also weird, but
yeah, I think that's like a whole other issue.
yeah, that sounds like a whole other issue.
So OP basically goes on to saying that, you know, they were committed, but that they just didn't really want to feel trapped by each other. And she's now currently back at her place. He's thankfully stopped trying to reach out, and that she's currently now just trying to get her life back together because she's feel like she spent the last 7 years loving him, but that she now needs to learn to love herself. And that's the end of the updates.
She learned a good lesson out of it, but still, yeah, she's not the asshole.
I like that he changed that from justified asshole to not the asshole at the end.
It's still
most people are the asshole.
It's still
He's the major asshole though.
Without a doubt.
She's still
But-
like, again, she's not the
Number one.
asshole. She's still a justifiable asshole.
No,
But
she's done the work to not to be justified, but in the beginning,
yeah, exactly. But she's still a justified asshole.
mm,
It just
Though,
it always requires context. But but by the end, by the third update, you can tell that there's a lot more going on.
Yeah,
That just
there was a lot more like deep within herself that she needed to work on.
yeah.
mhm.
That's why she's
And
still
that-
an asshole. It was justified to her response, but she's still an asshole. But that sounds messy. All of that sounds messy.
Yeah, it ended up being a really messy
Situation.
story. Yeah,
Mhm.
really messy situation. And like, you know, props to like the baby mama for being like, nah, bro, tell her, or I'm gonna do it, and
Mhm.
still reaching out to her and apologizing to her, because
Yeah.
most women wouldn't care. They'd be like, I don't give a shit.
I took
He's-
your
it's-
man.
Yeah. So really big props to that baby mama.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I have another one if y'all want to hear that one. This one is titled, Am I the asshole for not wanting to reconcile with my cousin who sold the 2K laptop I gave to her son for drug money? So, this one goes. A while ago, I gave my younger cousin, a teen just trying to live in a messed up home, my gaming laptop. My only gaming laptop at the time. It was worth $2,000. He loved it, nearly cried. I set it up for him, bought some Steam games for him, planned to hang with him online when I got a new laptop. After buying myself a cheaper laptop, I tried and set up some gaming times like we had planned. He seemed oddly evasive and avoided any discussions about gaming or the laptop. Eventually, he said the battery died. I offered to buy him a new one. He avoided the topic again. I found out that his mom sold/stole his laptop for drugs, and he was just trying to protect his mom. I sent him a small desktop to at least get him his own PC. So let's hope she doesn't steal that one too.
You will.
After hearing what happened, I was irate naturally. It's been almost a year since then, and now that Christmas is here, my family is trying to get me to treat the thief like everything is normal. She has even apologized. Mind, I've so far refused to have anything to do with her. So am I the asshole for holding a grudge against family? Supposedly she's off drugs now. Supposedly. And that's the end of the post.
No,
Nah, not the asshole.
definitely not.
Yeah.
I think they're a bigger person for still giving that child something, because most people would never give that child anything else again.
But see,
Yeah.
it's
Because
not
of
the
the parent.
yeah. It's not the
But no,
child's fault.
it's not the child's fault. No, it's not.
It's
But
never the
because
child's fault.
It's never
Yeah.
the child's fault. But because of that mother,
Yeah.
that child now has to go through that because of that mother.
Exactly.
And I can promise you, if it's not a for sure thing, that mother's still on drugs.
More than likely.
More than likely, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of sweet that he got everything for their cousin, and then
Yeah, I think that OP is a really good person for doing that. That
Yeah.
they're still like, you know what, I'll still get you a desktop. Like,
At
I
least.
understand they were understanding about what they were doing with their mom, but at the same time, that
Ooh.
kid's got to learn not
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
to
gonna.
enable their parent.
Yeah. Ooh, I have a good one.
That all says therapy.
That all says like long lasting trauma for that child.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Am I the asshole's favorite? Comments.
Uh huh.
Divorce and get you to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
favorite responses.
And that's
When like get
and
divorced or get you to therapy.
a lot of these people are
Um.
gonna need therapies because.
Oh, so I have one. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my father-in-law after I repeatedly asked him to explain his joke to me? I, 27 female, used to be an escort from 18 until I was 23. I'm not proud of it, but I also don't give a fuck because I did what I had to do to keep studying and a roof over my head. That's how I met my now fiance, 37 male, though he
Mm-hmm.
was never my client. We began to date when I was 25, and 3 or 4 months after that, his brother in law exposed me.
Mm.
Now, no idea how he found out, because there's no way my fiance knew. And thus, we had to come clean in front of his whole family.
Wow.
She's like, yes, I did that. Yes, he knows. Yes, he doesn't care. It was 2 years ago at the time. We got over it. After that, there was a span of 3 to 4 months in where my mother in law and some of my fiance's aunts and cousins police their husbands when I'm around. It was really weird, to be honest, because these dudes were like in their 40s to 60-year-olds. I wasn't that desperate. So my fiance shut their bullshit hard down. And even when his family still gives me the side eye from time to time, he'll shut it down. We thought it was all behind us. He proposed last year, and 5 months ago, we found out that I was pregnant. We were really happy about it, and we told his family as soon as we knew. His sisters and young brother were so happy for us. But his mom took me aside and begged me to be honest with her and asked if it really was my fiance's child. I was taken aback, but I just rolled my eyes and said yes. She gave me some shitty speech about how she only wanted to make sure and that she was happy to be a grandmother.
Bullshit.
Well, last weekend, we were at his parents and his family, and some of the friends were over. We were talking about the name, how he might look, small talk. We all will love him regardless, but there's always a, oh, I hope he gets your nose, I like your eyes, I hope he gets them comments. And my father in law said that he and his children have a birthmark on the inner thigh, and that even his grandchildren, one of my sister in law's kids, got them. So our baby might too. And then he said, but how can we know who he got it from? It may as well be from me, my boy, or my brothers. And he said him and his brothers began to laugh. My fiance got mad. But before he could say anything, I said, I don't get it. And my father in law was like, well, yeah, because it runs in the family. And I said again, I don't get it. Why would he get it from you? And he began to get nervous. Because, it's just a joke, OP. And I said, but I don't get it. You all laughed. Explain. I got it. It got to the point that some of his friends said, hey, it's not funny. So he excused himself and left. Later, my fiance's brother in law came to me and said it was wrong that I embarrassed him in his own house and that I knew the joke was about my past. And I shouldn't be surprised. Now they're all demanding I apologize to my father in law. Am I the asshole?
Fuck no. Cause like, I don't care if I don't care that no, you did what you had to do. You did your business. You made your money. You worked. You
She
worked as a
slayed.
sex worker.
She fucking slayed. Like, goddamn. She's like,
Yeah,
nope, I'm getting my education. I'm gonna pay for my education this way.
yeah. No, everybody does what they had to do. One thing is you had the mother, like the mother of the dude, like telling her, "Are you sure it's his? Are you sure it's his?" I was just asking. I'm just making sure. You don't have to make fucking sure. I already came clean to everybody. This is like months ago. We came clean to everybody. Me and him have been together. Why would you
I,
even bring that up?
I do
Secondly,
give props to her fiance for
yeah,
shutting all that shit down. Like, he's like,
yeah, no,
I'm done with y'all.
yeah, that's cool. When I saw that he was getting mad, but I saw that he was trying to defend her. But still,
No, she
don't.
stood up for herself like a queen. Like, she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Just
no,
shut up.
she did. Yeah, she defending herself. He deserves to be embarrassed. He deserves to begin to get nervous for making a joke that was completely unnecessary. Like, really, what you trying to say? That you got with me? Like, nah, don't do that.
Ah,
So
man.
she's not the
I
asshole.
mean,
Other she's not the asshole. The rest of the family who laughed and played along, that's the assholes. But at least the dude really likes her and was there to protect her. Alright. So I have another one. I have another one, right? I want to know what you think about this one. At least the title. From the title. Am I the asshole for kicking my mom out of the house because she refused to help celebrate my wife's birthday? Just the title alone is
I'm
already.
gonna go not the asshole.
You're gonna go with not the asshole?
Yeah, I'm gonna go not the asshole. Because, like, I mean, he's sticking up for his wife. Like, once you're married, that's your chosen family,
Yeah.
and that's who you stick up for.
Mm-hmm.
You put them forward.
Yeah. You
Your
put them
like,
first.
immediate family.
Yeah. Okay. So, the story goes, right? I've always had a strained relationship with my mom. She tends to blame my wife for stuff, which is weird because we had these issues before I met my wife. That being said, my mom wanted to come and visit, and we thought it'd be good for her to get to know her grandchildren. She lives abroad. She lives abroad, and they've seen her 2 or 3 times in 10 years, but they are not old enough to ask questions about her. My mom's visit happened to be scheduled during my wife's birthday. I don't think my mom did that on purpose though, as I don't think she even knew it was her birthday.
She did it on purpose.
I told her the day she landed and informed her we would be celebrating that day. The day of my wife's birthday rolled around and my mom seemed annoyed that we woke her just with the noise, not on purpose. Her husband told me to be patient with her as she hadn't been sleeping since they arrived. I brushed it off and proceeded with the day. I wanted to pamper my wife all day, and my mom got annoyed when she asked to help. I thought she could do breakfast. Hadn't cooked since she arrived, but she looked annoyed, so I let it go. My plan was to go to Disney for the day, which my mom was cool with, but she began to complain my wife was taking too long, and why does she need her hair and makeup fully done? I asked her to stop complaining, and she stormed off. Finally, we got to Disney, and my mom got annoyed because we were taking too many pictures. Asked her to take some for us. My wife loves pictures and family photo shoots. My mom started saying we were wasting her day and we don't know how to treat a guest. I gave her one warning, but she snapped at me that why should she care about my wife's birthday when we would never send her anything on hers. I told her to stop being a brat and it was a day to celebrate my wife, but my mom said, "Come on, you assholes didn't even come to my wedding. Do you think I actually want to celebrate you?" I was stunned as I thought the wedding drama was long behind us. I asked her husband to take her for a walk and she yelled, "Finally, I don't have to take any more pictures." My kids were horrified and my wife looked pissed. When we met back up, I told her she needed to pack and get out ASAP and was no longer welcome in my family home if she didn't want to celebrate a family birthday. Her husband got mad. Honestly, he doesn't speak very much English, so I couldn't entirely understand. But the gist is, it was wrong to make my mom spend her trip celebrating my wife. We were being annoying, and now I'm a shit son. I feel kind of bad because obviously visiting took considerable time and money, and now she's in a hotel and we aren't talking. But I view my family as a package deal. That's the end of that story.
I'm changing my answer to everyone's the asshole. Everyone's the asshole here.
As a whole family.
I also, yeah, here's the thing. There's also, like, missing context as to why does the wife and the mother-in-law not get along?
Well, it says here that
This is why I'm going with everyone's the asshole. Because you're still missing that context of why is their relationship so bad? Because for all I know, his wife is the one causing trouble and saying bullshit.
could be, but it does. The story does start that the author and their mom have a strained relationship to begin with.
Yeah, but why? There's a reason why.
Yeah, it's missing context.
It's a missing context as to why is that mother and daughter-in-law strained to the point where they didn't go to her wedding.
Right, and it's
They
almost a
don't-
fight that every time that they meet up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost a fight every time they meet up. On top of that, they want her to celebrate the wife's birthday, knowing that this relationship is strained. Should the mom have been a bitch like that? No. But at the same time, you can't be forcing her to do shit with somebody she doesn't like.
That's just true. Yeah, you can't be like I get it, you know. One, you have to be a guest, you know. Like she is a guest, you have to be a respectable host, right? Especially someone who's traveled abroad, who's traveled from far away. You want to be as good.
They were informed that she was coming, right?
No, they knew that she was coming, and
Yeah,
when she
so
landed,
they could have either postponed their plans to after when she left.
they no. It says here that they told her when she landed about the date.
Yeah, exactly. But they knew beforehand that she was coming, so they could have changed their plans to another day and been like, "Look, my mother's coming this day. I know it's your birthday, but we can celebrate it when she's gone."
Also true. They could have done this many different ways. They could have gone around.
They should have, or they could have told her beforehand, "This is what we're doing that week that you're saying that you're coming."
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, that's what it says here. That they let the mom know as soon as she arrived that they.
Yeah,
when she
when she
arrived.
arrived.
Yeah, as soon as she
Not
arrived.
beforehand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they knew beforehand, all this could have been avoided. But
it's true.
That's why I say everyone's the asshole here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mom shouldn't have been a big brat. She's older. She knows better generally. Yes, I get it. She does not like her daughter-in-law. She doesn't like her daughter-in-law. So why continue going through that? She could have been like, "All right, fine, y'all go do that. We'll go do something else here in town. And we'll meet up later."
Yeah, true.
She probably went to make the day worse, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because dude says that he went on specifically on that week, and he doesn't think that the mom knew that it was the wife's birthday.
She knew.
he knew.
She knew. Your husband's been married to this woman for years. She knows when her birthday is. Especially the thing is, you pay attention to those details more, especially when you don't like someone.
That's true. You go there just to kind of mess people's day up. Yeah, when you go there
Especially-
with bad intentions, yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of these mother-in-law stories, and a lot of them do shit like that. But some of them are kind of justified because sometimes those wives are bitches.
That is true. Sometimes, which happens to be most of the time. So,
We all need therapy.
Yeah, we all need therapy.
We're all fucked. Yeah, we all need
We're
therapy.
all fucked up people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they're all assholes. There's a lot of missing context between the mother and the daughter-in-law's relationship, so I can't give a justified. Like, if it was the daughter-in-law doing all that, then it'd be like, nah, they're the assholes.
Yeah.
Or if it was just the mother doing all that from the beginning, then
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, she's the asshole.
Oh yeah.
Both
But-
assholes.
Yeah, no, that you can tell they're both assholes. They all need. All of these stories just comes down to everybody needs therapy. They all need therapy.
Y'all need therapy or y'all need to get divorced. Or break up.
Therapy or divorce is completely just
There
get
can
away
be
from each
divorce
other.
or break up.
Just stay away from each other. Do better. Just do
Do
better.
better.
Sam is like, I can't stand these people.
He's
Oh,
like,
no.
y'all took me from spooky shit to fucked up people.
You wanted a break from spooky shit.
Yeah, I did. Now all my triggers are getting flared up, so
We could have gone with entitled parents.
there would have been a flare up.
You do have a lot of trauma.
Oh, without a doubt. That's why I'm in therapy. That's all we all need there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that people. Stay hydrated. Get therapy. All right.
Hydration.
Hydration. Hydration. Not the right hydration, but
That's
hydration.
That's not
Dehydration.
hydration.
That's dehydration right there.
Don't play David. You know damn well that's not hydration.
How dare you
Yes.
insult?
Look at that. That's hydration. Look at that big
How
jug of water.
dare you insult our hydration lord?
I don't insult him. I did that earlier today.
Oh damn.
You just say insults to me. Yeah, one day it's you reap what you sow, man.
I do. One day I'm gonna get flipped upside my head. One day I'm gonna need your chiropractor. I'm gonna need a chiropractor.
I'm gonna break you and I'm gonna heal you.
I'm already. I already know I need a chiropractor. I'm just holding out till.
One day you're gonna be my mercy.
Until your body breaks, I'm. You know what? You know your body best.
The fact that your
I've
body
been
best.
told so many times you really need to go to a chiropractor. Snuggles tells me every time he sees me. He's like, I was leaning on my wrist yesterday,
Yeah.
and it like completely fucked it up. Like to the point where like pain was right here.
Ouch. Oh, when I used to skate a lot, I've landed like on my wrist, just straight slam my wrist. That shit hurts. Like to the point to where like I've hit my wrist like at this little point right here, like just right here at the connection, everything gets all tingly all the way down. Oh, that shit hurted. I would have to do this for a good 2-3 minutes so I could regain motion. Oh yeah. Also have my ankle still swollen from like when I rolled it like 5 years ago.
We just saw broken people in so many ways.
I'm
So
physically
many more ways than one.
I'm physically broken. All right, so
I do have one more story if you want to do one more story before we end it.
yeah, we could do one more. Cause I'm trying to bring these down from like our typical 2 hours.
I think our typical 2. I think those was just because it was the holidays.
It was
Yeah.
a special occasion.
Yeah, it was a special occasion, guys.
So, we're gonna try to bring
Alright.
this down.
Our last story for the night.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for canceling a check of $12,000 that I wrote from my infertile friend for her next IVF cycle over a joke?
Oh yeah, you told me this one. I want to know about this one.
I, F35 female, am infertile. My ex-husband and I tried everything to have kids, but it just never happened. He divorced me, went and married someone younger who was able to give him a child. And from what I gather, they're expecting a second child together. It hurts like hell seeing someone else have what I couldn't. I get frustrated with myself sometimes, and with family blaming me for basically everything, I turn to my friends for support, especially Alyssa. She is in the same infertile boat as me, but she and her husband are currently trying IVF, hoping it works. Alyssa asked me to help pay for her upcoming IVF cycle. I agreed to write a check for $12,000 for her. I really wanted to help her, and the money came as with no strings attached. I wrote the check, gave it to her last week. She was very appreciative. The very next day, I get a sudden message from a mutual friend, Carol, with a screenshot of a conversation she had with Alyssa. Turns out, she and Alyssa were talking about the next IVF cycle. Alyssa said she'd hoped the cycle would work because She didn't want to end up divorced and having her husband go marry someone younger and have a baby with them,
Oh.
and another one on the way, while she's alone without family at 35. She is 32. I was stunned and, to say the least, hurt. I knew she met me here, but I did not confront her. I simply contacted my bank and canceled the check. In the evening, Alyssa called to ask why I canceled the check, and I told her. She went batshit, saying that she didn't mean it in that way and that she thought it was somewhat of an inside joke between desperate and fertile women. She came over with her husband the next day begging I write another check, but I refused. An argument ensued, and her husband thought that I wasn't being supportive of her like she was when she supported me throughout my struggles. She left crying, and we haven't talked since. Her husband keeps reminding me, while repeatedly calling Carol a toxic snake, of the date of the next cycle, saying that if I have it after I took the money, that I was supposed to pay for it back. Some of the friends think I'm being oversensitive. Carol's on my side telling me that to tell him to go to hell, but I feel bad about it. What I've done might just damage our 15 years of friendship. Maybe I shouldn't have canceled it, but I just felt so offended by what she said about me that she basically mocked my unfortunate circumstances. So, Reddit, am I the asshole?
Nah, that friend's a petty bitch. Like I held that one in. I held that one in. Nah, she petty. Fuck that. Cause
Yeah.
you know the
I think
story.
that's fucking. Yeah.
Like you
Like, she
know
knew
the
the
story.
story. She went and was joking about it, like, after this woman did something amazing for you.
Exactly. Like how you gonna go make fun of me talking to somebody else? Here I am giving you $12,000 so you can have a child to do something that I couldn't, and you go and talk to the next person and make a joke out of me, like use my situation as a joke. Nah, you petty
And this
bitch.
woman is supposed to be her best friend.
Exactly. Nah. Fuck that. And she didn't
So,
apologize. She said, "Oh, I thought it was just an inside joke."
no, she didn't apologize. She didn't feel bad, and then she kept her husband hounding her
Yeah.
for the money.
Yeah. Nah.
So she does write a little segue. She goes, "Hello again, and wow, thank you so much for all the support and compassion that you've shown me. I could feel it through my screen, lol. I have decided I'm going to put distance between me and Alyssa. Things have been rough lately, and I think the distance is what I need right now, especially for my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
After reading some comments here, I now feel less heavy and relieved. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still feel completely and utterly shocked by Alyssa's behavior. It's a shame to have it's a shame having to come to the realization that those who supported you the most could cause you the most harm. Oh, and by
Mm-hmm.
the way, I sent Carol a link for this thread to see what her thoughts were, and she just laughed. She was kind of angry I used her real name, but relieved that I used a throwaway LOL. So Carol, it looks like Carol's not gonna be her best friend, because
Good.
Carol's a true one. Carol's a fucking true one. Like, she
Yeah.
went immediately sent her
So
that shit. Like,
yeah.
girl, this bitch talking shit about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause no, I don't know. Like she's a real one. Yeah. Cause she let her know like, hey, you know what? Like, look what this bitch is doing. Like, you just gave her the money, right? Yeah. Look what she doing with your name. Nah. And who knows how else she could have been talking? Nah. You're not gonna use me
'Cause,
as a
yeah,
joke. You're
like,
not gonna use me.
she was gonna give her that money, no strings attached. Like,
Exactly.
she's just like, girl, here, like, I feel you. I don't want you to go through the same situationship as me. Here you go.
And
And
twelve
then this
thousand
bitch had
dollars
the
too.
nerve to be like, I don't want to be like her, ha ha ha.
Right.
Yeah. And $12,000, bitch. If you don't got it, why you gonna do it anyways?
And, like, good shit for OP being like, you know what? I don't need your shit. Me and Carol are gonna go do our shit and laugh about this, and I'm gonna go heal myself.
We're gonna go have bottomless mimosas with the $12,000 I was supposed to give you.
Go on vacation, girl. That's what a lot of the commenters were saying. Girl, take that 12K and go on vacation with Carol.
For real. Go and have your bottomless mimosas. Go see the beach.
Go to the fucking beach, girl. You deserve it.
Yeah. Hell no. Alright. Well, that one triggered me a little bit.
That one got David mad. He's like, "Oh hell no!"
Oh,
Yeah, no.
That's how people develop trust issues.
Yeah, like fuck that, dude. That's that
Mhm.
is not. No, that's not someone who you want to keep as your company, especially when she's putting her husband there to pressure her into like giving her the money. No, because that's what she's doing. And it's just like,
Yeah,
oh
but
yeah,
you keep paying us. You're all scared. You keep paying that.
yeah.
That's just so nice.
All she's doing is just yeah, here, go pressure her. Like here, go scare her into giving you the money. Nah, you got me fucked up.
Fuck Alyssa.
All right, everybody. It's been a regular episode of the Mismatch Misfits. It's been fun. We've been triggered today by the negativity of people's lives. This is fun. We should do another one like this.
Get therapy.
Yeah,
Get help.
Break up. Get a
Everybody.
divorce.
get help. Get help. Everybody get help. You know.
Get help or get out. In the
And when
words
you
of
get
Reddit.
out, get help.
Yeah.
Get help. Get it out. Get help or get out. In the words of Reddit.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how Reddit works, but you know, I just read the stories.
You'll figure it out.
I don't
You'll
want
figure it
to.
out.
I know Reddit is a mess.
The
I mean,
Reddit
social
is
media in general is a mess. Everyone it
Reddit
gives
on
everybody an
another
opinion.
level.
Reddit has been a longer mess since you know.
It's on another one.
Regardless, it gives everybody an opinion that doesn't need to have an opinion. So
Everybody's opinionated. The internet just gives you a place to put it.
exactly. And Reddit is just another tool where you can dish it out.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Cojones facts.
All right, everybody. This was fun. Y'all go have a good one. Remember, this is gonna be uploaded to anywhere you listen to podcasts. The video format is over on YouTube, over at the Mismatch Misfits Pod. Find us anywhere. Like I said, you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, anywhere. You know, I've gotten emails of websites I never knew existed that say claim your podcast. So, hey, if you're listening, thank you. We appreciate you. Rate us, subscribe, like, follow, do all that good stuff.
5
Hit us on
stars.
TikTok.
5 stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
Y'all got TikToks. You all can hit us up there.
Yeah, I gotta start doing. I'm gonna put some of this on TikTok. I'm gonna figure this out. I've been your host, David. I've been Sampy. Thank you guys for being with me. Your beautiful hosts again. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.
Beautiful. Bye.